Hey everyone, Jamie Phillips Action Auto Parts here at the old homestead, and the little Cadillac Cimarron, I had a feeling that it was out of gas and I would get some, and then we'd end up using it before I got home. So I finally got a jug of gas home, and we put about 5 gallon in her, and it hadn't been started in quite some time, and was having a little bit of problem. Them old cables aren't the best, but finally got a connection, and as soon as I had it, a good connection, boom, it fired right up. It's not idled down just yet, but this little old car, really not like no vibration there on the breather and stuff. I mean, that part's pretty good. Little 5-speed car. The old man that owned it, he was the only one that ever drove it, so he had this seat redone, but he didn't do the other ones. There it goes, it's starting to idle down a little bit. This seat doesn't go back far enough for my big belly, even though I've got the wheel tilted up. So I kind of got to work on that just a little bit. But, and I need to get it. I know where one of those little caps is at, and I'm missing one. And I need to find a taillight, because that little corner there's broke out. But other than that, it just needs a real good cleaning. But Peg found 4 real good 14-inch tires out at the junkyard, and so we've got to get it out there so he can change them. There's the one that needs that cap. This one will air up. We can get those aired up enough to get it out there, but they just wasn't the best about staying up. Let's shut Black Betty off here, so you can get a better idea of what that one there sounds like. But I'd actually like to, maybe we can get it out there tomorrow and get him to swap him tires, and we'll try to get that seat back just a little bit. It don't like much, and it'd be a lot more comfortable. It's got the old lock. You have to take your door key to unlock to get the fuel in it, but it's got the cellular phone. There's like a booster box in the trunk, and there's the little antenna for the phone. But it is the gigantically large 2.0 liter fuel injection. Yeah, look, there's the last year it was on the road, 2011. And literally got it out of a barn. I promise you I did. This was back before I was doing anything on YouTube, so I might have a picture or something, but I don't have no video. And then there's the old phone. I think that's pretty cool. With Snatch, I'm gonna leave that in it. Cadillac's attempt of douching up a Cavalier and exciting people to say, yeah, I own a Cadillac. I drive a Cadillac. The little Semi. But let it sit there and run for just a little bit, because like I said, it hadn't been started in, well, since last year. Get the jumper cables off of it. Yeah, it hadn't been started at all this year, so it was late last summer, fall, somewhere in there, the last time I had it started. That bumper filler was in real bad shape, and the first time I tried to wash it, when I got it, it just started falling out. And it's still got the old Potamkin, or however you say that, Cadillac dealer from Atlanta on it. But we had to put, let's see, it was another tank, fuel pump, and something else, and then I had to put a new starter on it. So that's been basically it. Let me reach in here and shut her off. So, good tight little car. But there's your little Cimarron. It's been repainted. You can tell they didn't do a lot of taking stuff off when they done it. Let me let the hood down. And there's the Cadillac Cimarron badge on the hood. It's an 83 model. my wife asked me why I liked it, and I said, well, I just like weird cars, stuff that you don't see every day. And you take from 83 to now, there's not many of these in a Cavalier still on the road, and you're gonna see a whole lot less of the Cimarrons. So it's just different. You don't see many of them, and if we can get the seat scooted back and get the tires on it, those good tires that we found out there, and get it douched up and cleaned up pretty good. Crap, I'll throw a couple months of insurance on it and tag it and just have it sitting around if we want to drive something a little different. The wife doesn't like it. She it's like an old person's car or whatever to her, she said, which I guess she's right, because I'm an old person. But if I thought about keeping it long term, then I definitely would try to get the other bucket seat and the back seats to match that one. But I don't know yet what my plans would be. A lot of it's hinging. Well, on a lot of my project cars, folks, it honestly just hinges on getting the new garage out at the farm and being able to have a place to pull them in and do some work on them and stuff like that. Yeah, I've got the garage here, but we're not wanting to stay here. The highway deal that I'd been really hoping for, it did not get approved. I found that out. So if it does happen, it's going to be in the next 2-year budget, and I just don't want to wait that long to see, because I'm done 61. But on a better note, the little brick over there that we own, a realtor friend of mine showed it there the other night to an older couple, and or elderly couple, I guess I should say, and they really liked it. And she just texted me a while ago, and we never discussed an exact price. She gave them a ballpark. So I got to meet with her tomorrow, and we're going to come up with a price and let me figure out what kind of closing cost I may or may not have to pay, and then of course figure up her commissions and stuff. But I'm hoping that they're probably maybe going to be a cash buyer. I don't know, but they own another piece of property, but they want something more smaller and more on one level, even though that one's got a basement, but it's got everything that they need upstairs, with the exception of the laundry rooms in the basement. But then we looked over the options of moving it upstairs, but then after they seen it, they was like, kind of like the basement too. So I don't know. I'll know more about that. So hopefully if that little house would sell and close out pretty quick, then I can see exactly what kind of monies that I've got left to put down on starting the garage. I know I can't build it, but if I can get the shell up and some other stuff done, then I can go borrow the money for the concrete and then start finishing out the inside a little along the way. But if I had that out there, since I'm out there 6 days a week, all day long, so like today where it rained off and on, which we had a good day selling parts between showers. But if you had something like this in the garage out there, then you could get out there and you could detail it or tune it up and just do some things that it's time I get home, it's just hard to do here. Because prime example is old Bonnie Rose sitting in there, and we had her running, drove it home, started detailing it, and we think that the fuel safety switch went out. I bought a new one, and we just haven't got it on there yet to see if that's what the case, if that's exactly what it is. So, if I had that out there, that would have been fixed, wall pegs at work and whatever. If I had a garage, and I would have enough room to put several of those inside, the little quick ones that don't like much, then, we could take the wife's Corvette out and detail it, and then somewhere down the line, if I keep it and I kind of want to, then if I got a 302 and stuff in for this little old car, then, it could be one of those that sets off to the side, but you work on it as you can, but then you got room to move in the ones that run, like the little Chevy step side truck that we got going, some things like that. I've got a few of them here that's like that. But I told my wife, I said, well, I got that jug of gas and we hadn't used it. I'm going to dump it in here because I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Unfortunately, the gas gauge doesn't work, so that's why I was 99% sure, or was hoping, that it was just a fact that it was out of gas and not something else that had sprung up. But man, like I said, once I got those cables, and it was more on Black Betty's end than it was on the Cimarron's end, but once they got real good connection, man. I'm serious. It didn't crank a few turns and it fired right up. So there it is, 83 Cadillac Cimarron, and all of its beautiful self. Like I said, I need to order that cap. I know where one's at. I need to get it bought, which it would kind of be cool if it had an old aftermarket set of wheels, but it's kind of an odd lug pattern. Probably ain't going to find much. But then those are original and they got the Cadillac emblems. And then I need to get on eBay or something and try to find, or one of the Cavalier groups on Facebook, and find me another taillight. Those two things, you know, the bumper filler would be great, but I don't know that I can find it. And get this thing cleaned up really good. It's got the nice luxurious luggage rack on it. But pretty cool little old car, or at least it is to me. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but that's okay. Well, I am going to wrap this one up. It was kind of not very long to come out and dump the gas and actually get it running. So that was pretty exciting. So please consider giving me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I'd like to ask you to subscribe. And hey, I'll catch y'all on the next one.